is Grace Helbig, and you are watching Mental Floss on YouTube. Did you know that Dog the Bounty Hunter was arrested for, you guessed it, bounty hunting? We all know that Charlie Sheen and Snoop Dogg and Paris Hilton have been arrested about 1 billion times each, but today we're going to list a bunch of the most bizarre, unexpected, and forgotten celebrity arrests of all time. When he was 21 years old, New Kid on the Block Donnie Wahlberg was arrested for pouring vodka in a hotel hallway and lighting it on fire. Can we call him my next husband? And speaking of casual arsonists, one of Amanda Bynes' arrests involved hitting a police car. Sometimes celebrity arrests don't involve open flame. In fact, some celebrities get arrested for trying to do good via protesting. George Clooney was arrested at the Sudanese embassy where he was protesting. Daryl Hannah was arrested during an environmental protest outside the White House. Martin Sheen claims to have been arrested 66 times for protests and quote-unquote civil disobedience. In 2007, Bill Murray was arrested in Sweden for driving a golf cart through downtown Stockholm and refusing to take a breathalyzer test. What a guy. The officer who arrested him found the situation bizarre as well, saying he'd never experienced anything like this. Some arrests are most unfortunate for the celebrity's choice of word, such as the ever-eloquent Lindsay Lohan's, "I'm a celebrity, I can do whatever the I want," or Reese Witherspoon's, "I'm pregnant and I need to use the restroom." Famous former car racer Bobby Unser got lost snowmobiling one stormy day in 1996. He was later brought in on a federal misdemeanor and had to pay a $75 fine for unlawful operation of a snowmobile within a national forest wilderness area. You know, it's easy to get lost when you're just so used to driving around in a circle. Everyone knows that Winona Ryder was arrested for trying to steal almost $5,000 from Saks Fifth Avenue in 2001, but arguably more interesting is that in 2011, Cincinnati Reds player Mike Leake, who had a $3 million salary at the time, was arrested for shoplifting 6 t-shirts from the clearance rack at Macy's. Mike, go full price or go home. Speaking of clearance, who's ready for takeoff? Apparently Prince, who got arrested in 1980 for a disruptive prank on a plane. God, I wish we had more information about that one. Naomi Campbell also had an airplane-related arrest when she was kicked off a plane for having a meltdown over a lost bag. Frank Sinatra was arrested in 1938 for adultery. He was 23 years old at the time. Bill Gates was arrested in Albuquerque, New Mexico when he was 19 years old for a traffic violation, which I mostly mention because he is one of the greatest mugshots of all time. You may think that celebrity arrests are a new phenomenon, but that is not the case. Socrates was arrested for corrupting the youth. If this was still charged today, something tells me that there would be a lot more celebrities on that list. Bieber! Although in Socrates' case, corrupting the youth meant going against the religion at the time. Galileo was arrested for heresy because of his heliocentrism in the 1600s. Joan of Arc was also arrested for heresy, a charge that was later dropped, but not until 25 years after she'd been burned at the stake. Paul McCartney spent 10 days in a Tokyo jail for trying to bring marijuana into Japan. And he's not the only one who has been busted with the drug. Here's a few of our favorites. Wiz Khalifa? What are you doing on that list? There could be a whole episode on these arrests, but I'll stick to just one story. In 1998, Matthew McConaughey's neighbors called the police with noise complaints. When the police arrived at his home at 2 a.m., they reported a nude white male dancing and playing bongo drums. Shockingly, an arrest for marijuana paraphernalia ensued. 10 years later, in an interview, McConaughey confirmed, "I think everyone should do it at least 100 times. I've done it since. I love playing drums naked. Who doesn't like comfort and music?" That truly is a beautiful question. In the 1970s, Seattle Mariners player Byron McLaughlin was arrested for running a counterfeit shoe business and selling the knockoffs in Mexico. This little business made McLaughlin around $750,000 monthly. After pleading guilty for trafficking the shoes and money laundering, he fled the country, and no one knows where he is today. But I could use some shoes. Actor Rip Torn was arrested for breaking into a bank with a loaded gun because he thought it was his house. Shockingly, He was drunk at the time. Wrestler Billy Joe Travis was arrested in 1997 for not paying child support. His ex-wife sent the police to Billy Joe's whereabouts, which happened to be a wrestling match on live TV. Al Pacino was once arrested for carrying a concealed weapon. The story goes that he explained to the police that he was an actor and the gun was a prop for a part. The records don't confirm much though, so Godfather fans like to hope that Pacino was an actual mobster in his 20s. Rapper Foxy Brown was arrested in 2007 for throwing hair glue at an employee of a store called Queen Beauty Supply. He told her that they were closing and she clearly didn't take too kindly to that. Finally, in 1903, Annie Oakley was arrested for stealing a pair of pants in order to pay for cocaine. When the story broke, popular U.S. papers went wild, spreading the story of Oakley's tragic downfall and drug addiction. But in the most bizarre twist of all, the arrested woman was in fact a burlesque dancer who had taken the stage name Annie Oakley. Oh, 1903. Back when a case of mistaken identity could ruin your reputation because TMZ didn't have a video of every celebrity arrest. And that wraps up our episode on infamous celebrity arrests. Thank you for watching Mental Floss on YouTube, which is made with the help of these nice people. Whoa, all of you are so nice, except for you. Every week we answer one of your questions, and this week's question comes from Skelfully. What's the biggest statue in the world? The tallest statue in the world is the Spring Temple Buddha in China, which stands a shocking 128 meters. You convert it. If you have a mind-blowing question you'd like answered, leave them in the comments. I'm Grace Helbig from YouTube's Daily Grace. Thanks for watching, and DFTBA. Is this right?